I agree 100% with John. Obviously, with every incident we do a good comprehensive debrief afterwards with all the stakeholders involved. We also encourage the public feedback on that. Again, feedback hci.gov.uk. We constantly want to strive to make our efforts and our response as effective as it can be. So your feedback is very welcome. And again, we will make sure that we strive to do as best we can. We have done this several times already this year and over the last 6-7 years, whatever. But again, constantly striving to be as good as we can be. And again, I just want to thank the public for really taking note of some of the warnings over the last few days. We have seen a really good uptake, preparedness-wise, staying at home, sheltering in place, and all that makes our lives a lot easier. As John mentioned, we are still haven't finished the season. And again, we've got several weeks left. So we want to make sure that people do continue to be vigilant and make sure you don't throw your sandbags away right now. Just make sure you still got anything preparedness-wise that you need. I do really want to give a shout out to Sister Islands because, again, I know they've had a really a bit of a rough ride throughout the night with some pretty scary weather and, again, that have done an excellent job throughout. So a big shout out to the Sister Islands, to Mr. Mark Tibbetts, to Nurse Charmaine, to the Tate, again, and all the first responders over there. We will be providing a lot of support. So I ask the public to, again, have Sister Islands in their thoughts. And anything we can do to help will obviously educate the public as to how that looks. We don't want a load of people jumping on the plane to go help at this moment because, of course, that would actually get in the way. But we will be sending surge capacity today in the form of probably emergency responders, agriculture, regiment, you name utilities, for example. We're working on that right now. So if you could give us a bit, that space on the Cayman Airways flights to ensure that we can get over there and, of course, evacuate people to come back over here.
Precisely.
Thank you so much.
Okay, both of you, again, thanks for the sterling job that you and your staff do, as well. Long hours and, very little sleep and everything else. But again, people of the Cayman Islands are extremely grateful, as well. You help to keep us safe. Folks, top of the hour headline news. When we return, phone lines will be open. Those of you who want to call in, if you have any questions, comments, please do so. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
With your latest headlines, I'm April Cummings. As you heard live right here on Radio Cayman just a short time ago, Cayman Brac has been given the all clear following the passage of Hurricane Raphael. Residents are asked to avoid unnecessary travel as fallen debris, downed power lines, and other hazards may be present. Marine and coastal warnings remain in effect, and the public is asked to refrain from the coastlines and entering waters until additional directives have been given. Damage assessment continues in Little Cayman at this time. So again, Cayman Brac and Grand Cayman have the all clear. However, people in Little Cayman are still being asked to shelter in place. In international headlines, Donald Trump has won the 2024 U.S. presidential election, marking his return to the White House after serving as the 45th president of the United States. Mr. Trump claims a powerful mandate in his election night speech, calling for the nation to unite. Republicans have also taken the Senate majority for the first time in 4 years. Lebanese rescuers pulled 30 bodies out of the rubble after a late-night Israeli strike on an apartment building in the town of Barha. Lebanon's Civil Defense Secretary said today, as the Mideast wars press on with no signs of abating. It remains unclear if there are any survivors or bodies still trapped under the rubble following Tuesday night's airstrike, which came without warning. There was no statement from the Israeli military, and the strike's intended target was also unknown. Those are your headlines. I'm April Cummings.
Radio Cayman. More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Do you have a healthcare question but not sure who to ask? Contact HSA's Patient Call Center to speak to one of our experienced clinical team members. We are here to answer your questions and help guide you through your healthcare journey. Need to make an appointment? Our team can help. Contact HSA at 949-8600 or email info@hsa.ky. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. Again, we want to thank Mr. John Tibbetts and Ms. Danielle Coleman for the update as well. We here at Radio Cayman, we pride ourselves in keeping the residents, the population of the Cayman Islands informed, keeping you up to date, giving you the latest breaking news as well, reliable news also. We don't tell you about it if the information hasn't been confirmed, and if for some reason we have a reason to mention something and we will and it hasn't been confirmed, we will let you know that as well. Last evening, we notified you also that the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service had advised that they had moved their operations over to the John A. Cumber primary school, and I think that move was to take place around about 5 o'clock, may have been somewhere around there. We now have an update, and the West Bay Police Station has now moved back to their permanent location. The public is to be advised that the West Bay Police Station has relocated back to its location at 242 West Church Street, West Bay. The station is open and operating as normal and can be contacted on 949-3999. Royal Cayman Islands Police Service apologizes for any inconvenience caused and thank the public for their cooperation. We know that there are persons in the District of West Bay who have voiced their concerns about one, a proper hurricane shelter for the District of West Bay. And I asked the question yesterday, and I'll ask it now. Maybe some people are in a better position to comment on it. What about the police station in West Bay? One was promised, I think, at one point in time, and they may still be there, that portion of the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service had been relocated to one of the plazas on 7 Mile Beach area. I think is it the same plaza where Cost You Less is located? But what about a proper functioning, should I use that word? What about an upgrade to the police station in West Bay, either relocation or as well as a new structure? At one point in time, we saw in the District of West Bay, the population sort of flattened out. We see lots of construction going on in West Bay, residential construction, condos, apartments, houses. Those persons who work in the 7 Mile Beach area probably find it more convenient to live in West Bay and to get to their jobs conveniently and on time. So the District of West Bay is starting to grow again. What is it that you need there? And are you going to talk about it? Are you going to ask, for it as well? Elections, coming up, the days when the politicians would get up there and say, we're going to make sure that you have a playing field in your district. We're going to have sports for all of the children and the schools, sports complexes, whatever. And we swallowed it all up. And 4 years down the line, nothing. Are you going to hold people accountable now, in terms of their promises? District of West Bay, do you need a police station, a new police station? What about your hurricane shelter? Do you need that, as well? Like I said, West Bay population, the development of West Bay is starting to pick up again. More demand for services there, will come as well. We do have a caller, so we are going to go to the caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, OC. This is Peter Schmidt here.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm well, and I trust you are as well.
Yes, I am. Thanks, sir.
You must be a little bit tired, though. Having put in some extra shifts.
I'm feeling pretty good. Getting, accustomed to this. I'm accustomed now to going to bed late and waking up at least 3 in the morning to be on my bike by 3:45 in the mornings that I ride and everything, even though I'm sure that advice that I would get from some experts, fitness experts or medical experts, is that you should get more sleeping time, but I'll have enough time to sleep when they put me 6 feet under. So, I try to utilize as much as my waking time as I possibly can.
Well, that's very admirable. Maybe we need to put you in charge of the community health and fitness, because we certainly need it according to the stats we get. But the reason why I called was about the new police station. I am happy to inform you that the signage is already there and the moat is there. The moat has water in it. No crocodiles yet. We're working on that. So when we have it properly, probably a drawbridge as well, and then when we have all of that, then we can put the station there.
Yes, I recall that they had relocated the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service to one of those shopping plazas so that they would have a presence, presence closer to the District of West Bay. But that really is not the answer. That shouldn't be sufficient or acceptable to the people of West Bay. Caller, are you there? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yes, hearing you now.
Okay. Yeah, I think there must be something that the sign has been there on the Barabanu Road for a long time, but nothing has happened. So, but of course, the standing water has always been there now, and I guess they are re-evaluating the location, I suppose, which probably would be wise to do. So, but anyway, like you said, in another, I think it might have been yesterday or the day before, it's been a long time now.
Yes.
We've been talking about it, yes. And it hasn't happened. I don't know whether funding is a problem or, like we said, re-evaluating the location or whatever. Anyway, that's all I had this morning. So I wish you a pleasant day.
Thank you very much, caller. And there may be those who say, why are you stirring up things in West Bay? You don't live in the District of West Bay. What do you want to know about a police station and a hurricane, a building that it can be used as a hurricane shelter as well? What do you want to stir things up for? Well, that's part of my job, as well. We're going to take a commercial break. When we return, we'll talk about those businesses that are open over in Cayman Brac, as well. Give you that information. And we want to hear from the people of the Brac. If you're in a position to call in, we don't want to impose upon you because some of you may have urgent matters to take care of. But we'd like to hear, from you. Like I said earlier this morning, I had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Jonathan Tibbetts. He answered his phone after probably about 2 or 3 rings as well, and I apologize, knowing quite well that he's a busy gentleman, but that was how we were able to get information out to you in terms of what the provision of electricity in the BRAC, where they were at with that. And again, very thankful for him as well. We're going to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers, a compounding story.
I don't think people realize how pain creeps into your life. It has a way of robbing your strength. I really don't like taking prescription medication orally.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. They understand.
When it comes to compounded medication, it's personal. So whenever there's a problem with some medication or treatments that's not working right, then a physician will call me and say, hey, they're having bad side effects from this medication.
Compounding pain cream changed the game. Made special for me. Significant pain relief in the form of a cream. That is a new experience for me.
It's changed his life.
It worked.
Ask your pharmacist or healthcare provider about compounding at West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. Call 914-6449.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN money transfer card. It cost me less, and perhaps she use the card, pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
You deserve a unique vacation this year, one with easy non-stop flights from Cayman. Cayman Airways offers more non-stop flights to and from the Cayman Islands than any other airline. Now you can add Panama and Los Angeles to your travel bucket list. Skip the hassle of connecting flights. Panama is just a 2-hour non-stop flight from Cayman. And Los Angeles? Get there in less than 5 hours non-stop aboard Cayman Airways. Call 949-2311 or visit CaymanAirways.com to book your Los Angeles or Panama getaway today.
Attention students and parents, are you ready to explore incredible opportunities for your education? Visit the 2024 North American Boarding School Fair, Tuesday, November 19th at the Grand Cayman Marriott Beach Resort from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. This is your chance to meet with the representatives from the top boarding schools across the U.S. and Canada, all in one place. Discover the right school for your future. Sign up today at BettyWalker.com. That's www.BettyWalker.com. Contact Neil Murray at 925-8793 or email l-murray@candw.ky.
The STEPS National Health Survey results indicate that the Cayman residents spent 50% more time in sedentary activity in 2023 than in 2012. The World Health Organization recommends 30 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity per day for adults. With Pirates Week around the corner, start today. Park a little further from the events and get a few more steps in. To learn more, log on to www.gov.ky/steps. Let's step into wellness together, Cayman.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio. We do have a caller. We're going to go to that caller in a second. Meanwhile, we have been advised that Billy's Supermarket will be open at 10 a.m. until 9 p.m. Because now that the all clear, has been given. They also say that they hope that you and your families are safe and have not experienced any damage and have no damage as well. And Tibbetts Enterprises will be reopening at 10 o'clock this morning as well. So for those of you over in the BRAC, Tibbetts Enterprise and Billy's supermarket will be open this morning at 10 a.m. Again, to remind you what Danny Coleman, the Director of Hazard Management, Cayman, has pointed out, all clear has now been given for Grand Cayman. That was as of 4 this morning. The all clear has been given for Cayman Brac. And while there may be some technical difficulties in terms of how that is communicated, it does not apply to Little Cayman because there are issues over there. So they're asking the residents of Little Cayman to please bear with them, be patient until they can do their assessments and everything. They're going to need to get people, over there. So they're asking you to please be extremely patient, with them. They know what's happening there. They know what your needs are. I think there are at least, 4 officers, members of the Cayman Islands Regiment who are over there as well, over in Little Cayman. Let's grab the caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, OC.
Good morning. How are you?
Not too bad. How about you?
I'm good. How did you fare during the weather? Any extreme weather in your area?
No, OC, and I'm sure you're the same because you got so much protection where you are. You don't even need to put up shutters, and a lot of other places like that on the island.
Mm-hmm.
But, my blessing goes out to the people in the Brac. But OC, to be honest with you, don't take this in the wrong way.
Okay.
But I was a little bit taken by the reports on the weather because, we expected, certain things happening at a certain time and nothing happened. We practically closed the whole island down. It seems like it's something we wasn't certain about. I know it's better to be safe than sorrow, but, when we were growing up and something like this happened, plus we had worse threats than what we had with this, what's the name of him again?
Raphael.
We had worse threats than Raphael, and, I don't recall closing the whole island down. When we were growing up, if we hear anything like that, we were the happiest people in the world because we could stay at home. We didn't have to go do anything. We didn't have to go to school, and, that was a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
But today, we got people from all over the world that lives here and, which relies on, somewhat accurate meteorologist reports. And, that it just seems like a lot of stuff went wrong with this little thing that we had, right? And, the stores, the supermarkets were closed down, the hardwares was closed down. I just thought that, that after living here all of my life and experiencing what I experienced and having to get on the talk show and say these things how I feel, there was practically nothing open yesterday that you could get anything, and we're all tied down waiting for this weather, and there was nothing, right? So,
but you would admit you would admit that it is not really, and despite all of the technology that they have, and the hurricane hunters going into these systems, it isn't an exact science, as well. And I believe a lot of the closings, other than the those institutions that are controlled by the government, a lot of the closings were voluntary, based on the threat. Yeah.
Right. So I just want to touch on one other thing.
Sure. Go ahead. No. I get your point. In terms of, and the other thing, there are so many other pieces of the puzzle in the 21st century that we didn't have to deal with in the 20th century, in early days growing up. I remember myself when I would hear about a hurricane coming, I was looking forward to it because I didn't know, the dangers that were posed by a hurricane. Why? Because I didn't experience the 1942, 32 hurricane,
Here,
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
But how's your memory?
Not bad, depending. Sometimes I remember things that I want to remember, and those that I want to forget, I forget.
well, I hope your memory is good this morning because I got tested many months ago. I can't remember how long ago, but we had a conversation, and we were talking about, politics and a little bit. I don't like to get too involved in it.
Uh-huh.
Because, as far as I'm concerned, I don't have any faith in politicians anymore after I see what is happening to our country and other parts of the world. But, you made a comment to me when we were having a discussion. Trump was also involved in it, and you said to me Trump would never get elected. So I hope you
goes to show you how much I know about U.S. politics.
Yeah, well, the thing is, OC, I'm glad, we can enjoy it and laugh about it because, some people, don't think that you should have any personal views on certain things and, you shouldn't be entitled to your beliefs and this and that. But, I have no issues whatsoever with anybody that hate this politician or don't like that politician. I mean, that is their right. Right? But don't hate me and belittle me and everything you can think about because I like the way Trump operates. Forget about Trump. Or call him every name in the world you want to call him. Say everything you want to say about him. But what you have to look at is that the American people are entitled to their choice also.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So there must have been a reason that their choice was the way it was. Versus, the other part. So I just wanted to share that with you, OC, just to see how good your memory was because I honestly wanted Trump because the direction that America is going, I mean, I love that place. And, the last few times I went to America, I did not feel safe at all. Not saying now that it's going to be different. I'm hoping it is. And I think it will personally because I like going up to that place and I love shopping and I like to be driving around and feel free. But, different people got their views. So, I mean, I respect their views and, just respect my views, right? And
and you shouldn't hate someone because you shouldn't hate them personally because of their views. You may disagree with their views and you can have a discussion about that, but it shouldn't get to the level where because you like Trump and I don't, that I should hate you as a result of that. That shouldn't be the story really at the end of the day.
That's right, and that's the way it should be, OC. So I want to thank you for being the gentleman you are and continue the good work.
Okay.
I will continue supporting you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good day, sir.
You too.
Thank you very much. Bye.
All the best. Ms. Susan, want to go? Do we have any other caller on hold? No caller on hold. Let's take that commercial break. When we return, we will have another half an hour left on the show this morning, and there will be a 15-minute break in between as well. Our phone lines, they are open. Our toll-free number, 1-800-534-8255. Also 949-8037, 949-6990. WhatsApp 925-3261. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
36 world finalists from 12 countries, 3 winning teams, and 1 global competition. It's the 2024 Young Chef, Young Waiter, Young Mixologist World Finals. This November 22nd to 24th in Singapore, and the Cayman Islands is in the finals. Cayman's Young Chef Champion, Brittany Bodden, Young Waiter Champion, Steph McDermott, and Young Mixologist Champion, Cody Wright, will be competing for the ultimate prize of $15,000. Join us us in cheering on our young professionals, tomorrow's leaders in hospitality and service, as they represent the Cayman Islands on the world stage. Supported by the Ministry of Planning, Agriculture, Housing, Infrastructure, Transport, and Development.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price, and a service to make you smile. At Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
I work hard each day. I'm a mother, sister-in, daughter, wife, cook, and everything in between. I know that no matter what, I have to be the woman I need to be. And that's why I choose Curves for that time of the month. When the pressure is on, I know I can rely on Curves sanitary napkins to keep me dry and comfortable all day and night. Affordable and available in cotton or silk. With Curves, I can be the woman I need to be all the time.
Strong, resilient, beautiful. Be the woman. Curves.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We do have a caller on hold, Miss Susan. Do we have a caller? Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, O.C. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. I'm fine. How art thou?
I'm good. I'm hearing that you have selected amnesia.
Oh, yes.
But I told you too that Trump was going to win. I told you, and it seems like your colored friends up there in Carolina was very instrumental in him winning because
they may take offense. They may take offense if you call them colored, though they prefer to be called black rather than colored. That's a relic of slavery.
Oh, so they're black Americans.
Yes.
Or is it African American?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it seemed like he double up on them this time. Yeah. So, forget about them. When Cayman Airways switch over to the MAX 8, I thought that we should have kept one of the old planes and converted, and I don't know what it would take, not sure, or whether it would have been usable to have converted into a freight, old one and converted into a freight plane because, we bring a lot of freight to the island and we are always threatened by hurricane, where it affects more the weather longer than it do the air, because once it passes and the air is clear, the planes can fly. So I thought that we should have some sort of Cayman Airways, some sort of freight plane at their disposal at any particular moment or even daily, because Caymanians, we buy something in Miami today and we want it tomorrow.
Yes.
So, so I think it would have been feasible also in that if the payload, it would pay off. So now, if we had that, we could get stuff over to the BRAC really quickly because I don't know if a lot of people know, but the barge haven't been to the BRAC in 2 weeks.
Wow.
And it's because of the prevailing winds that coming from, I think, it's the southeast. Because of that, the barge can't get to the dock. I was told that by the shipping company 2 days ago. So if we had that plane today, we could, like, freight everything up to the people up there. I'm very concerned about that because I got many grandchildren up there, a daughter and a son-in-law. My daughter sent me photos yesterday of the shelves. Like nothing on the shelves in the supermarket apparently.
Wow.
Because of the barge not going there for the last 2 weeks. So I thought that would have been something Cayman Airways should have looked into, not just to service the BRAC, but Cayman on the whole.
Yeah. Do we know what type of aircraft Cayman Airways currently uses for its cargo? Do they charter aircrafts or what? Because I keep saying that Cayman Airways needs to up its game when it comes to cargo. That the office here in Grand Cayman, and I'm saying so now because I have something that was sent to Cayman Airways cargo from last week Tuesday, and it hasn't arrived yet. And then when things do arrive here, you get the calls late, or if you try to call them, their phones just ring out. No one answers it. When you look at the date that it actually arrived in Grand Cayman, they will tell you, oh, your package arrived today. But when you look at that bill and stuff, you find that it has probably arrived a few days earlier. We need to look, and I hope that the minister is listening, or I hope that the managing director of Cayman Airways is Limited, they need to up their game. They need to look at their area of cargo, because a lot of people use it. A lot of people want to use it, but the service is horrible. And I say that without reservation. But do we know what kind of aircraft they're using now? Any idea?
I'm not sure if cargo is being brought in on commercial when it's space available or what. I'm not sure. But what I'm talking about a fully equipped cargo plane. All the seats are out.
Yep.
All the seats are out, and then they put in. I don't know what it would cost to put in that side door into one of the last planes that we made way of. How Boeing would do that, or because I think they would need like a larger door than what we use for the passenger planes for cargo to be put in and take out. So so like you say, they need to look into cargo because we depend on imported goods. Everything, actually food, everything is imported, and food especially in times like this, especially with the BRAC, is essential.
Yep.
We need to get them some food up there.
Yeah, like you said, we in the Cayman Islands these days, we order something today and we want it like yesterday. So people are prepared to pay, for the service, as well. I had a friend. Well, you know him in East End, a bicycle doctor, and he was sending down something to Grand Cayman for his house, and I said to him, check with Cayman Airways, because he was thinking about sending it to another freight forwarder, and I said more than likely that freight forwarder is going to send it by surface rather than by air freight. Check with Cayman Airways, and he was pleased with the service that he got in Miami in terms of getting it there. I think there may have been a little hitch in terms of having the address for the Cayman Islands, but at the end of the day, he was well pleased with the fact that he was able to bring it on Cayman Airways. the business, I believe, is out there. The business, I believe, is out there. And maybe Cayman Airways is getting the business, and maybe they have become complacent as a result of that and don't feel that they need to up their game. But their staff, some of them are nice, but they're so nonchalant sometimes, when they're talking to you. It's like chalk and cheese when you talk to the people at Cayman Airways, in Miami, Cayman Airways cargo in Miami. It's like chalk and cheese.
Yeah. Well, I've had that same experience too, also. So what I've done, I went to FedEx and got a FedEx account. So now everything that I order, even car parts, anything, no matter how big it is, I send it to FedEx. I just send it to FedEx, and I don't have to pay the duty. They clear everything and just call me and put it on their account. So, but if I still had the opportunity, I know the staff that work at Cayman Airways. Cayman Airways is our thing, so I would rather bring it on Cayman Airways, So I think they need to look into, like you say, up in the game and cargo, because of everything being from the smallest little thing from Amazon, we're bringing in, so and we're not, a lot of people that just here and don't want to travel to buy stuff, they can just order it now online and or something. So they need to look into cargo.
Yeah, I mean, when I have spoken to people in Miami, for instance, I was inquiring about one particular package, gave them all of the details, on it, the tracking number and everything. And they said, well, it isn't in this section, but, it is, in another section of the warehouse. They knew exactly where it was. I think at that time they were, sometimes I'm told that they may have cargo every day, and that may involve, I guess, using the commercial space available on commercial flights as well. But at least two times per week, a cargo flight comes in. They give preference to perishables, so they ensure that they come out first. But I believe, and I have no way of knowing it, but I believe that the business is there for Cayman Airways.
I think so too, also.
Yeah.
Because like I said, we want to buy it today and get it today. So I think the business is
and
there.
we'll pay anything to get it too.
Or see, for example, look at FedEx. They're flying in their own aircraft, so it must be feasible that they can bring in their own. They can charter a plane to bring in their own stuff every day. You got FedEx, you got UPS, you got. I just bought a. I'm gonna be like had to be like 70 pounds part, or 70 pound product. I could hardly pick it up, and I went to UPS and picked it up on Monday. So at UPS, it's digital, it's DHL, and it's FedEx that are operating daily. Daily, the plane is pitching daily, so it must be some business there.
Yeah. There were so many people who I'm sure that use those services that would be more than happy to switch to Cayman Airways, and I'm sure that there are lots of them that are using it as well. Well, we know we have been advised by the minister that he is listening in. He will be looking into it, and he's given me permission to publicly say that as well.
Well, we'll see. It sounds like they're listening.
Yes.
And I don't want to hear now. I don't want to witness what Ezra be talking about, wings flapping and birds not moving. So now that you're listening, Mr. Minister, do something about it. Let's get ourselves an aircraft.
Yes, because we want to support Cayman Airways. We want to continue to support them.
If not, we'll all go to FedEx.
And if management at the end of the day, those responsible say, well, it isn't profitable, then, if you have to curtail the service, then, you have to. But I believe that, based on the amount of stuff that is coming into the Cayman Islands, and we know, from a shipping standpoint, what is taking place. But not only that, the number of persons now who are engage in the freight forwarding business right here in Cayman tells you, what the state of affairs is as far as the businesses are concerned.
Yeah. And see, I think if that was a service that was offered, I think some of the supermarkets will bring in a lot of their perishables and stuff like that, and all that kind of thing, on the plane, that especially when they're running out.
Yeah, and they do that. They do that, and that's why they give the perishables the priority when it comes to shipment.
Yeah. So the plane will get here a lot quicker than the ship.
Yeah.
And then offloading the container and the likes. I think. Yeah. I think we would they could do well. I think. I think it would be a good payload.
Yep. All right, Lord Graham, thank you. Thank you very much for that. We're going to take our last commercial break, folks. If you have anything to say, if you want to call in, please take advantage of that now. We want to hear from someone possibly over in Little Cayman. If you can contact us, or Cayman Brac, let us know what the situation is there. Now that the all clear has been issued for Cayman Brac, what are you seeing out there? We know, and I won't call any names, but one individual has lost their grape tree, one of the sweetest grape trees in Cayman Brac. They don't really want to put it back up, but it takes a long time to for a grape tree to grow, and to find a sweet grape tree these days, it is not easy. And the smell of it, on Sundays when we ride cross Grape Tree Point in North Side going out to Caibo, or even when you pass the public beach in East End, that you're heading into East End, coming from Orrett, you can smell those sea grapes there as well. So we're gonna I'm gonna try to convince this person, please keep that sea grape tree. If you trim the limbs and then get a heavy equipment to put it back upright, we have to preserve our indigenous trees here in the Cayman Islands. Last commercial break, folks. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
There you go, sir. Thanks for choosing JN Money Transfer.
Boy, thanks to JN Money Transfer, I can stay right here in Cayman and pay mama bills back home in Jamaica. Her water, light, phone, and other bills never late. Every month I pay everything in one place.
Make payments to over 30 companies in Jamaica through JN Money Transfer. Fast, affordable, convenient. Call 1-800-744-1163 for details.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers, a compounding story.
I don't think people realize how pain creeps into your life. It has a way of robbing your strength. I really don't like taking prescription medication orally.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. They understand.
When it comes to compounded medication, it's personal. So whenever there's a problem with some medication or treatments that's not working right, then a physician will call me and say, hey, they're having bad side effects from this medication.
Compounding pain cream changed the game. Made special for me. Significant pain relief in the form of a cream. That is a new experience for me.
It's changed his life.
It worked.
Ask your pharmacist or healthcare provider about compounding at West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. Call 914-6449.
36 world finalists from 12 countries, 3 winning teams, and 1 global competition. It's the 2024 Young Chef, Young Waiter, Young Mixologist World Finals. This November 22nd to 24th in Singapore, and the Cayman Islands is in the finals. Cayman's Young Chef Champion, Brittany Bodden, Young Waiter Champion, Steph McDermott, and Young Mixologist Champion, Cody Wright, will be competing for the ultimate prize of $15,000. Join us in cheering on our young professionals, tomorrow's leaders in hospitality and service, as they represent the Cayman Islands on the world stage. Supported by the Ministry of Planning, Agriculture, Housing, Infrastructure, Transport, and Development.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
For the record, with Orrett Connor.
Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record. Miss Susan, is the call on our WhatsApp number or not? Okay. I'm going to give... he's good? Okay. Got you. Let's go to our first caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Yeah, good morning again. I'll see you. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. Good to talk to you early as well. And, to hear that from a personal standpoint, you're okay.
Yeah,
you and your family.
Yeah, we all doing well. I just come back from the little survey right to the island, but a lot of damage, a lot of trees. I see some trees that been through Hurricane Allen, just up on the ground. I mean, I'm blown away. I'm shocked.
Wow.
Blown away by what I see. I see some couple of homes have some trees leaning against them, against the roof and things like that. So. And it raining so heavy, people probably either how work out in the rain to take these trees out of their home, or I don't know how they do it, but it's a good thing this didn't last another 4 hours, and this place would have been demolished. I can tell anyone that 4 more hours of that, or it wouldn't have been good. And I can just imagine Lil Cayman. I'm trying to get a hold of my friend Lil Cayman, but how long you gonna be on the show this morning?
Sorry?
How long are you planning on being on the show this morning?
Oh, I'll sign off at 10 o'clock. I sign off at 10.
Okay, well, I won't get him to be able to call you, but before then.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to check on him and probably let Sterling know exactly what happened. But what I see on the south side, Cayman Brack, I can just imagine Lil Cayman.
Mm.
It can't be good for down there. It can't be good. But I will listen to you with that thing there with the cargo. Or so even back in the days we had a cargo flight coming here, and like what the old man I say, we got like a lobster going to spawn all the time. We constantly goes backwards. So we should have a cargo flight, and I mean we have a cargo flight that brings in the stuff. Yeah, but like what you're saying, we should have a designated flight aircraft for that. But I don't think time lasts that long that we ever see anything like that. Not here. They don't see Cayman Brack as anything, if you ask me. So it got to be a struggle for that part.
Got to keep fighting though. Got to keep fighting.
Anyway, my friend, you have a good day.
Thank you very much. You stay safe as well, and hopefully, some of those trees can still be saved. As well. Hopefully that can take place. Let's grab the next caller, Miss Susan. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Ozzy. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm blessed. We're all blessed in the Cayman Islands.
Yes, we are.
I'm calling. I'm just making a short call because I'm complaining with a reason to complain. I was listening to the Cayman weather station yesterday, practically all day from yesterday morning until I'm not able to say exactly how late in the evening I was listening. Number one, you couldn't even hear the station properly, and there was no change in the coordination of the weather condition, tropical storm. And I'm just concerned with all of the big hullabaloo and blow up about the lesser islands, which I sympathize. And
the sister islands. We dropped that lesser islands a long time ago because they're no lesser than we are. Sister.
Well, I don't mean that they're lesser, but maybe a smaller,
In size. Okay, in size. Got you. Okay.
Good, good.
Mhm.
That part is clarified. So I'm not going to go on any longer, but I see this from what I've been seeing. You know, you get this one come on the radio and make this big statement, but we do not even have a proper weather station that we can coordinate. You know where I got my coordination from? The weather stations in the United States, which was fairly accurate. And I'm not saying that we can be up to them, but at least we should be able to give people some kind of coordination, more accurate coordination, just sitting down and waiting and nothing changed. I didn't know where we were unless I tuned into American found out. But anyway, that's another story. I just hope to take what I said in the context it was meant to be and do something about it. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, caller. We still have enough time for another call. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record. This is the WhatsApp caller. Welcome to For the Record.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm not sure where you can hear me because we're having another downpour right now.
Yes, I can, Premier. Hearing you. Hearing you. How are you?
I'm fine. Very, very grateful. I just want to thank all of those persons who prayed. Officer Cayman Brat has received a lot of tree damage from the initial reports. It does not seem to be any substantial, if any at all, structural damage.
Mhm.
Little Cayman has not fared as well. The hotels, including the dive boats, we're waiting for the weather to subside a bit so that we can get our 2 helicopters in here, our assessment team, Dan and her team, Commissioner, his team, and regiment. Some are already on the ground, but increased. I'm reliably informed that CUC has agreed to send up, I believe, 5 of their personnel into Little Cayman because poles and lines are down there.
Mhm.
And the Guy Banks Road as well needs attention. So as soon as the weather clears up, we'll get that. I've finally got electricity back at my house this morning, and I'm very grateful because the guys had to take the decision to shut down the system during the night to preserve the system for the recovery process. I'm also wish to take this opportunity to thank all of the people in the entire Cayman Islands, but in particular the sister islands that adhered and to the official notices and kept off the road and stayed in place. We made a decision this morning when our executive met that we would give the all clear for Cayman Brat. Does not mean that they should be up and down the road. We're trying to get our crews to clear the debris off the road. But it was essential to do so because in order to get our helicopters here, they needed a capacity to refuel, and the airport could not open up until it's all clear.
Okay.
We'll have to move to a transition where we get into Little Cayman. We have over 100 tourists there. They all have now asked to be evacuated from Little Cayman. And of course, we have to check the airport to see whether the express can go in. But until then, we can utilize our 2 helicopters to get them out and stage in Cayman Brat. We have also looked, and I want to give a big kudos to Cayman Airways, who's always there to support the Cayman Islands on whole, but in particular at this time it's our only link. So the big city in Grand Cayman, we have not had a badge in about 5 weeks. I'm reliably informed, and so we have been having cargo flights coming in as we speak. The logistics are being worked upon for Cayman Airways to come in. We are temporarily thinking about the known. Obviously, that is subject to the weather conditions. It has been spasmodic OC since the last few hours where it's clear, and then we have like an outer band that we are experiencing right now. Initially, the north side of the island, the sea had gone calm. I'm seeing that we're now getting ground swells coming in because the weather look like there's a band coming from the northwest. And so I'm asking all the marine adventurers to refrain from going out in sailboats or any other type of marine vessels at this time.
Yes.
Because as we've experienced in past years, you would know if you haven't been intimately involved with the hurricane process over the years, that as the system further intensifies and get towards Cuba, there's a very distinct possibility that we could have wave action. So just to exercise extra caution until, for me, certainly, I'm not going to be fully comfortable until I see it past the northern coast of Cuba. And so we don't have another repeat of wave action. So I'm really asking all those who are out on the road, out and about, checking their premises, to please refrain from getting into the water or close to the water, just because safety has to be a paramount consideration. And thank you, Radio Cayman, for keeping us alerted, even when the phone service went down. We're very grateful. Not today, but always. Love you guys.
Thank you. But before you go, Premier, we're curious about the presence of heavy equipment over in Little Cayman. Do you think that they have sufficient heavy equipment over there, or will there be a need to get equipment over there?
Well, I haven't obviously had an opportunity yet to physically one myself, so I'm relying on the team, which I have every confidence in. We do have a fairly good supply of heavy equipment there, and we have men that would be working there. But as soon as we can get over there, if there's a need for more, the badge obviously is watching the weather as well. It's a short distance. We have equipment here if necessary to get there. But as of now, we have not got a request for further heavy equipment. I'll see what happens as the day progresses.
Okay, thank you, Premier. Again, everyone is certainly appreciative, and they are grateful for you keeping us, updated, as well. And we know that the people of Cayman Brac and Little Cayman, they are extremely, grateful as well. Anything to say about the tourists who are in Cayman Brac as well? Will they remain there, or are they seeking to be to be evacuated also?
Yeah, the last update I got also was that we still had 100 tourists situated on Cayman Brac. I have not seen or heard express or orally a request for them to leave. Obviously, the priority would be given to those from Little Cayman. I think it was 135, because Little Cayman took a greater beating. And thank God that we have the jets of winds. They come in. We marking those would at this time as a part of the recovery process. That's marked from District Admin and Shavela and the guys there. They would be assessing the numbers and would be feeding it into Danny at Hazard Management and on to Paul Tibbetts and Fabian, so that the logistical could be worked out. But thank God for our 5 max 8s. We would only need one for the Little Cayman and one for the Brac. But I'm very confident that should the need arise for more passengers or locals than the 235 that needs to get out, that Cayman Airways would always be there. Like I said, we're planning, hopefully, if this weather subsides, that they can come in. We've checked the airport, and they're all indications that Cayman Brac Airport certainly is safe to land. They did not have a confirmation on the civil aviation aspect because a part of the generator was down, as I understand, but it was nothing that was not fixable. So when we meet again at 1 o'clock OC, there's an executive meeting, and we should be able to call in or give a statement at that time after we have what may be our final executive meeting to get a more fulsome report as an assessment is still being done.
Excellent, Premier. Premier, I want to again, thank you very much for all the hard and dedicated work that you do, you and your team do as well. Thank you very much, and please stay safe.
Well, it's teamwork that makes the dream works. Everyone in the civil service, public service, the volunteers, the CERT, those who are up front in the leadership, hazard management, our good friend Kavzak, Daryl, my team, district admin, everybody has been super. And so if there's anything that I can ask today is that the hurricane, although it has not fully passed and that we're still getting rain from the outer bands and the tail bands, take this one day to thank Almighty God and try to resist the temptation of not being overly critical, because the story could have been much worse this morning. Let us take this opportunity not to become bitter, but better Caymanians and residents alike and unite as a country.
Yes, yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the opportunity. God bless. Stay safe.
Folks, that was the Honorable Juliana O'Connor Connolly, Premier of the Cayman Islands. She's in the BRAC. And those who may question, well, she's in the BRAC. Well, that's her constituency. And she can still run the Cayman Islands while being over, in the BRAC as well. But that's where she's needed the most at this point in time, as well. Folks, we've gone over a few minutes. I just want to remind you, don't forget to join Sterling Dwiene-Banks at 12:15 today. And although he left the studio after 2 o'clock this morning, he will be in. He will be in and be on air at 12:15. So please give him all the support. And as you heard the Premier speak also, that more than likely, she will be calling in on Sterling Dwiene-Banks show talk today to give us a further update as well. Have a great day, folks. And as usual, we ask the good Lord, please bless these three beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
For the record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury.
And JN Money.
From abroad to yard.
Fast, affordable, convenient.
Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.
And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice.
Covering Little Cayman, Cayman Bride.
Radio Cayman.